and curriculum. That means EPIC. Oh, and I haven't started sharing. I'm sorry, recording. 1 second. We will do the introduction again. Oh, sorry.
Recording on this end.
Yep, you're recording? Yeah.
Oh, the Zoom is recording.
Okay, yep, that's fine. All right, well, if you missed it or if we didn't hit record on time, my name is Mariana Yerby. I'm the Associate Director of Career and Professional Development in the Manhattan campus, and I work on career and curriculum. So I'm managing EPIC. If you have seen it in any of your classes, it's me behind the scenes there. This is Career Academy 3 of 4 for this spring. To remind you, Career Academy is a series of 4 workshops to keep you on track with your career. If you complete the series, you will earn a digital badge and enter it into a raffle to win an iPad, a brand new iPad. And then to count your attendance, you just make sure to submit the quiz at the end of the session. Second.
Wonderful.
All right.
Everyone, just want to introduce myself, Galen Wande. I'm the Associate Director for Employer Relations. So we work alongside career development to bring opportunities to you all. Okay, so this slide, we have our career fair prep flyer, or excuse me, the career fair flyer. Hopefully you all have seen it by now. If not, we're going to take a moment to kind of look at that. Okay, there is a QR code on here. Excuse me, I was running, I'm out of breath. If you want to scan to register for the fair, that would be wonderful. I'd like to get as many registrations as possible up front so that when you come in to attend the fair, we can just smoothly check you in and move forward that way. Okay. We have 60 employers coming to see you all. If you were here for the fall, it was about half that. And it's not to, put any pressure, just to hype you up about all the opportunities that could potentially be out there for you. Okay. So the fair will be taking place in the Rotunda. That is in Mercy Hall. Excuse me, for those of you who don't know, that's where our financial aid and student accounts departments are. We'll be on the 2nd floor of that building. As soon as you get upstairs to Rotunda, you can't miss it. We will be checking you in. That'll be the first thing that you do when you arrive. And then next we will have our career info table. It will be to the right. That's where you would be going to get a name tag. The career and fair map is also the employers and jobs list, as well as your community logo stickers. Okay. So these will help you more easily identify the employers that are there. The employers and jobs list will have the employer, the website, the positions that are available, as well as the career community that they align with. Okay, if it is your first time at the fair, even if it's not, right at the info table, we will have a career counselor doing tours. Okay, so we can navigate you through the fair, kind of seeing where all the employers are. We have a LinkedIn photo booth, so kind of just the lay of the land if you're interested. All right. And then we will be having our LinkedIn photo booth. This will be a wonderful opportunity to get some professional headshots. Even if you have one, you want a new one, feel free to stop by. We will be looking the best, so it'll take a couple of minutes. There'll be a photographer on site. If you want to update your profile, that would be a great way for employers to remember you. In addition to you handing them your resume, if they see your profile, you connect with them, it'll kind of go hand in hand. Perfect.
Thank you, Galen. Now we're gonna get started with our topics for discussion for this Career Academy. So we went over this specific career fair that we have going on next Wednesday, but then in general, how to prepare for a career fair, this one and further ones down the line. We're gonna first get started with updating your resume. Of course, that's crucial for coming to a career fair. Then we'll go over researching companies and what you should do ahead of time. Creating and practicing your elevator pitch. If you don't know what that is, we'll tell you what it is. Then tips on how to dress for success. So what to wear and where to get business attire, professional attire if you don't have any. And then we'll show you a fun video of how to work career fair. We created a few years ago, but it still holds and it's kind of funny to us. And then stay organized and send thank you emails. So at the end, what to do after the fair. That's what we're going to cover today. And of course, questions at the end. First thing, updating your resume. So even if you worked on a resume for the last fair in the fall, resumes get outdated quite fast. So just make sure you take a look at your resume. Make sure the GPA is up to date, your major is up to date. If you want to add another class that you've taken that's relevant for your field, or you want to highlight if you finished a job or if you started a job, we want to make sure it's as up to date as possible and it reflects the best version of yourself. If you want one of us to review it, of course, we're here for that. You can upload it on Handshake and we can review it that way, or you can schedule an appointment with one of us as well in Handshake. We recommend you bring at least 10 copies to the fair so that you have it ready to hand out, right? Most employers will probably not keep it. Some might not. They might ask you to just apply on their website or give you information on where or send it to an email. You follow the process, right? Don't get discouraged if the employer doesn't take your resume. It just means they're not going to hold a paper copy. Doesn't mean that you're not qualified or they're not interested in you. It just means that they want to follow a different process. They might want to look at it though when they're talking to you. So that's why we recommend you have more than enough so that you're not stressed out about not being able to hand it to one person if they want to keep it or they want to write something on the back. And we've seen a lot of variety there. So just be ready to hand it and then the person keep it or not. Again, it doesn't mean that they're not interested in you, but have enough so you're not stressed out about that, and make sure it's, as I said, up to date and it reflects the best version of yourself at the moment. Okay.
All right. So next we have researching companies and opportunity. Another reminder, please make sure you register for the fair first. But then you all will have access to the employers and jobs list to have a heads up on who's attending. It's 2.5 hours, 60 employers. So it would be best to kind of look at this document to identify your priorities in terms of who you would like to meet with. Okay, so like I said, on the employer and jobs list, it has the employer name. Underneath, it'll have the website. Then it'll be the positions that are vacant that they're recruiting for, as well as your career community logo. It would be helpful to research these opportunities beforehand. Visit their website. You can get an idea of what their mission is, what their website looks like, where they're located. These things may be helpful for you to identify who you're interested in. So next, when you are reviewing this list, the people that you're prioritizing and the employers that you're prioritizing can be up to you. It could be based on where the job is located, the job opportunity, if you saw something interested on the website, but it would be best to take note of these things so that when you're interacting with employers, they can know that you've done your diligence and your research in regards to who it is that you're speaking with. Okay, so during the research, you can kind of identify your elevator pitch. We'll go over that a little later, as well as current skills or related work experience when you're interacting with employers. So after you've found a few employers of interest, familiarize yourself with them. That can be on their website, it could be on LinkedIn, it can be via employee reviews on Glassdoor or Indeed. These are ways to kind of get a firsthand look at the employee culture, as well as, your own opinion on these places. Yes, great. Okay, wearing your elevator pitch. So elevator pitch is typically how you would like to be remembered, how you would be standing out. It should be short, very brief, 30 seconds or under. It would pretty much be saying your name, your class level, what your short-term or your long-term career goals are, any experiences that you've had to support this career goal. That can include volunteer experience, internship experience, work experience, even personal experience that you've had that may align with the positions. It would be great to kind of highlight that. So we will be kind of doing a little interactive activity to see if you guys have any elevator pitches that you would like to share. I think we're gonna pause the recording for this.
Okay. I think it's actually me. Yes, so dress for success. So you know what that means probably, just by the name of it. But we want you to look your best. It doesn't have to be, the traditional shirt and tie. If you have it and you want to wear it, feel free, but just the best version of yourself, right? You want to look as professional as you can and whatever you deem that to be. It's your first impression, so that will still count. And you can't make that up again, right? You can't say, oh, well, this employer was really, professional. They showed up in button-down shirts and blazers, and you came, with whatever, with a t-shirt. Like you probably had a button down at home, but you didn't wear it because you thought everyone was going to be super casual. So it's better to go more, dress up more than you think you have to, than not dress up enough and then feel insecure because other people are dressed up more than you. So look your best, try your best. The main thing is to look neat. As I said, it's the best you can. So the most professional attire you have. And we're not going to go through all the items, but you get an idea of what professional is. Clean, ironed, that's really important. Don't overdo it with cologne and with accessories or with, fragrance and so on. Make sure it's traditional colors for the most part, to not be remembered for anything other than your skills and your experience and who you are, and not because you wore something, super I don't know, super colorful or super bold. So make sure that this makes you feel comfortable and, as I said, professional. If you don't have something close to that, or if you think you should, you would be better off in a suit or in a blazer, or you need a shirt, whatever item of clothing you need that's professional. We do have a career closet where we can give you free professional clothes for the fair or for an interview. So you can drop in tomorrow from 1 to 4 p.m. in the Bronx in room 180, or you can email Erica Wu, and this is her email, for an appointment. You can also drop in on Monday in the Bronx, same place, 1 to 4 p.m. And we have a selection of items that you can take. We also have some blazers ready to go at the fair, but of course the selection won't be as big as the one in the Bronx. So take advantage of that opportunity. You don't have to return the item of clothing. You can keep it. It's for you to feel your best and look your best. All right. Now, as I was saying, our How to Work Career Fair video, it has the main points that hold true. It looks a little outdated, but it's kind of fun. We did it, and it was fun to make, and the principles are still the same, and they still hold true. So we hope you enjoy it. It's quick. Galen, can you let me know if you hear it, please? I don't know. Let's see. Do you hear it?
It's not playing. No.
Okay, 1 second. Sound. That's it. Let's see if that works. Does it work?
No.
Can you hear? Oh boy. 1 second. Sound. 1 second. So sorry.
I think it's because you have your headphones on, so like the sound doesn't.
Might be going to my headphones. Okay, thank you. Let me try. Okay.
We are good.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Very much.
Nice to meet you.
Hi,
Hi, my name's Andy. I'm the senior recruiter. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I am an undergrad studying behavioral science and education. I actually have some previous experience.
Okay, so what position would you be interested in?
Well, I noticed on your website that you have some availability to work with children with developmental disabilities. And that is what I would really like to do. I'd like to go into special education. So I actually have a resume here for you.
This is great. So after the job fair, we'll call you and we'll schedule an interview.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
It's nice meeting with you. May I have a card?
Absolutely.
Have a nice day. Ooh, sunglasses. Can I have one? I'm about to graduate. As soon as I need a job.
What type of roles would you be interested in?
I don't know. What pays more?
Do you have a resume?
No, I actually don't. Can I take this?
Sure.
I just got this coffee today at Trader Joe's La Colombe.
Sorry, back. Let me continue sharing. Thank you for the technical tip.
We're glad you loved it.
That was amazing. Okay.
So no flip flops.
No flip-flops, you guys got it. Mhm. Wait, I lost my deck. Okay. Yeah, no flip-flops. 1 second. Okay. So you got it, right? It's supposed to be extreme, but you'd be surprised what we've seen. So you don't want to be one of these people. You know what to do now and you know what not to do. You can certainly take giveaways. They're there for you, but don't start off with just taking a giveaway. Have a conversation first, and then employers are happy to let you have anything. They don't want to lug it back. So there you go. All right, Galen.
Okay, so staying organized, navigating 60 employers will be very important. The employers and jobs list may come in handy also as a note-taking device, so you can use whatever it is that you need to kind of keep track of who it is that you're speaking with. You can do this by name, number, email, whatever the position is, especially if there are employers within the same community, it can get a little confusing. But it will be important to thank the people that you're speaking with. If it's even just for their time, it will be a way for them to remember you, and it can be the difference of getting a potential job or not. Okay, so it shouldn't be more than an email. It should be really more than 48 hours after, just letting them know that you thank them for their time. If you can put a piece of information that you remember from your interaction with them and include that in the email, that would be great. Showing them that you're doing your due diligence, that you are interested in the position, as well as them as a company. Also, connecting with them on LinkedIn, if you're interested, would be a way to keep track of who it is that you spoke with, and also any jobs that will be coming into the pipeline. You will be one of the first people to know about it. Okay, so yes, including 2 or 3 takeaways from your interaction. Yes, remember, please be courteous in your interactions with employers, on site and online after. Just making yourself a Mercy College student, representing yourself well. And yes, be excited, show your best, and yeah, just have fun.
Thank you, Galen. And here, I would also add, all that you said is wonderful. And also, if the employer asks you to do something, if they said, upload your resume on this website or email your resume to XYZ, do whatever, make sure you have done that, or you can allude to it, right? If you said, okay, Galen, it was great to meet you. Thank you for telling me about the opportunities. As you said, I already applied on this website. Let me know if there's anything else, right? So just looping them into what you've done if they've asked you to do something to apply, right? So follow their instructions, and this is a perfect place to tell them that you've done it. It's also a good idea to attach your resume. Especially if they didn't grab it from you, it's always better to have an electronic version as a recruiter. So if you, hopefully you have a great one by then, but that's a great opportunity to attach your resume.
Also, this may be a little outdated, but if you're still interested in taking a business card from them as a way to help you remember, that would be fine as well.
Yeah, you actually needed to write them the thank you email. So even though it's outdated, you're gonna need that. Unless they give it to you in a printout in some other version or in their giveaways, definitely ask for one. All right, so you have any questions? It's time for you to ask questions.
I'm jumping in. For those of you online, I know there was a lot of discussion about the employers and jobs list, so I'm putting that link in here for you all. And for those of you here in person, we have some printed copies, so they're not stapled, I'm sorry. But this is kind of your, this is kind of your key. So this is every employer coming, the positions they're recruiting for. And then you can kind of align yourself with your community, so based on your major.
Thank you,
Did you
Sarah.
do that already? You didn't. do that.
No, yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
No, you're good.
The copies were just sitting there. and I was like, "Ooh,
Wonderful.
thank you for
We're all of the
moving."
first
You don't need one.
to gain access to this, so be excited.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
problem.
Yeah, that's great. And then you can still ask questions, but before you leave the session, and if you're watching online later, the way to count your attendance will be filling out this survey, this quiz. You don't have to pass it. You don't have to do well. Of course you will, because you will all got it. But you have to complete it to make sure that we count your attendance and you can get credit for attending and participate in the raffle for the iPad. So Alexis already added the link on the chat as well, and you can just scan the QR code and complete it. So any other questions before, we'll give it a few more minutes and make sure everyone has gone through.
I have a question.
Yep.
So I currently have a job and I've been there for almost a year. I started as an intern and now have a part-time position. I'm interested in like looking for something else, but at the same time, like when I'm like having the conversation with a recruiter from a different company, like how do you say that in a way where it doesn't come off as like, hey, like I want to go with you and not with this company anymore, like
Yeah. Yeah, so
just in
you
a
can,
professional way.
yeah. So how long have you been an intern in your other company?
I was an intern for 3 months last summer, and then after that they gave me a part-time position.
Okay, all right. You can say, you can just say your story, I'm an XYZ student and I'm now working at XYZ, but I'm exploring other opportunities, right? And it's not uncommon for a college student to explore, right? It's not common for anyone to explore, but definitely not when you're in college and you're trying to figure out what your path is. So, it's not like you started a week ago and then you're already hunting for a different one, which is a different story. And it's not good or bad, but it would be a different conversation. But for you, you can say, I'm exploring, I want to see, what exists in my field within your organization, or what kind of positions do you have. Just exploring, you can just say I'm exploring, and the employer is not going to focus as much as you are on it, because you know what you're doing and you feel like it's too quick. You just got this part-time job after doing your internship. But the employer is not going to see it like that. The employer is going to see your resume and see an internship, a part-time job, your major. They're going to see more than what you're thinking about.
Right.
So just that you're exploring and you want to see what type of careers exist for you within that organization based on what you're studying and what your experience is and what your interests are. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Thank you, that's helpful.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions? Right, well, if you can think of anything else, you can email us, tpd@mercy.edu. We'll get back to you, or you can reach out to any one of us. And then if not, we'll see you at the fair. Even if you can't come for the whole time, don't worry, come anytime you can. even being there for 30 minutes is going to be worth your while. Spoke to some students, they said they couldn't make it the whole time. We don't expect you to be there the whole time. If you can, wonderful. But even if you're there 1 hour, 30 minutes, I am sure you're going to get something out of it. And that's why you have the list of employers and the positions, so you can focus on your time on who you really want to talk to. Maybe tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. And then you have those conversations with somebody in person. We're really excited to have it in person again. So we hope to see you there.
Question.
Mhm.
Let's say this upcoming job fair doesn't have any, whether it's internships or companies that I'm interested in. Do you still think it's a good idea? Because I might want to do this. Do you still think it's a good idea if I can just go to get a feel or a lay of the land, and that may help me down the line for another
Absolutely.
fair? Okay.
You got it, Chandler. You had the right instinct. You know we're gonna tell you, yes, come, come and practice, right? You also don't know what people are gonna tell you. You might not know. Maybe I don't know if the FBI is there. Maybe your ideal, your dream job, your dream company is not there on Wednesday. But you don't know what conversation you could have that could help you. Not even, next year. It could help you right now, thinking of things that you might not have thought about yet. So
Mhm.
for sure, come. And at worst, you will get to practice your elevator pitch, and you'll get to practice, introducing yourself to professionals and telling them what you're looking for and seeing how this works. So when it's, with the real one, let's say, this is a real one too, but when it's, the employer that you're really looking forward to talking to, you will know what to say and you'll know what to expect. So for sure, we recommend you come.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and you never know which employers have connections with other employers and what people, like who you know is still a thing. So even just going to get a name of somebody, you may end up that they know somebody. So yes, I would think it's worth your while. I would definitely encourage you to come out.
Great points. I'll do that.
I think we're all set then. We look forward to seeing all of you there. We know your names now, so we'll know when you check in. We will know who you are. Yeah, and so we will help you with anything there as well. If you forgot what you're doing, or if you need any help, we're there to help you and support you through it. So I hope to see you there. Thank you all for coming. And that's it.
Good luck and enjoy.
Yeah.
Thank
Bye.
you
Thank
all.
you.
Very helpful information, and see you.
Thank you. See you there. Bye. Bye, Galen. You can stop
Bye.
recording.
Right.